Welcome to Dog Hugs, your podcast celebration sponsored by Loving Pets. Loving Pets, that's what we do. Doggy Wanna, dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming doggy nip. Tether Tug, pull, tug, spin. Equus USA human grade natural shampoos, conditioners, flea and tick sprays with your hosts Larry and G-Dog, that's Geralynn Cada, and me, Larry K. On today's show, Las Vegas whale wrangler Steve CYR. Yes, he hunts whales in the desert. And for Pet Preparedness Month, how about a DIY disaster kit? Plus, what's a GBGV? Big giveaway today, so sit and stay.
Welcome, everyone, to Dog Hugs. I'm Geralynn Cada.
And I'm Larry K. And this is Spider the Trick Dog, who is going to draw today's big winner, big Las Vegas-sized jackpot winner in our giveaway today from Houndations. Look at Geralynn. Oh, my gosh. So you got to get these dog treats. They are fantastic. You get the whole bunch of them. The chicken, the duck, the lamb, the salmon, the beef. Spider loves them. I just love how small they are and just perfect.
I love that they're heart-shaped. They are heart-shaped for real. And I even have one of the carabiners from one of the other bags because I recycle the bags, but I actually use it to clip this kennel closed because the dog I'm training is so smart. He unclips the kennel.
And so you've got to get in on this giveaway. If you're in the USA, just say, I want to be in the giveaway. Or if Charlie, who's our other team member off screen, says, do you want to be in the giveaway? Say yes, and she'll give you a number.
Say what?
And like Las Vegas, you're going to find out what happens with the number later. So yeah, speaking of Las Vegas, we have a very special person from Las Vegas, Steve CYR, the author of Whale Hunt in the Desert. And we're going to find out what a whale is. And Geralynn has known Steve for a few years now.
Too long. Oh my goodness. I actually met Steve when I first moved to Las Vegas. One of my first dog training customers. I'll never forget the day. I met my first dog training customers in the morning in Vegas, and I met Steve CYR that night at dinner by accident through a friend. And
there you go.
And there you go. And he was from Kansas, which was hilarious because I had actually moved to Vegas from Kansas from college. So hilarious story. And what a great soul. What an inspiring human being. And also what a fun interview, right?
Oh my gosh. Wait, you guys are going to get it. This guy's a riot. He tells stories till the cows come.
Stories tell stories.
So speaking of telling stories, hey, Billy Lee, hello to you from Virginia. Where are you in Virginia, Billy Lee? That's if you don't want to say, if you want to remain stealth, that's okay. But greetings to you.
I love that name. Great name. Lee.
Wow. Greetings to Barda. I apologize for not saying your name right, but hello to Albania.
Wow.
And,
I said all kinds of things.
Hello to Kimberly, who I recall is in Phoenix, Arizona, and Amparo from Colombia. Fantastic. And and Billy Lee says she's from Keysville. I don't even know Keysville. Yeah. Oh, hey. We've got a big update from Kimberly Smith, one of our fans here, one of our great audience members, prize winner, Darlin, who has been the supermodel of the week in the past, received her AKC Trick Novice Certificate today. Congratulations, Darlin.
Nice.
Hey, Kimberly, how many tricks do you need to do for the novice? Is it 10?
Yes, it's 10.
10. Tell us give a list of some of the tricks that Darlynn did. That's fantastic.
Congratulations.
So, great. Well, let us get right in with it's Emergency Preparedness Month. And Geralynn, is there anything you want to say to introduce this?
So I would love to. I would first love to say accidents and emergencies happen. There is nothing you can do to prevent them. No matter what you do, it's going to happen. So if you're prepared, you really take a lot of the stress away. And if people ask me what is one of the things that one reasons why I don't look my age, it's because I prepare. So and you'll feel a lot better when an emergency happens because you know that your stress levels will just go way down.
Yeah, it would preserve some of my beautiful hair. I didn't stress so much. Thank you. All right, check this out, folks.
Please.
You and your pets are always safe, but we know that's not always the case when the unexpected happens, when disaster strikes and we least expect it. In addition to our regular first aid kits for humans and for pets, being prepared for a disaster will help you handle some of the stress that disaster can bring because let's face it, guys, disaster always happens when we least expect it, right? You can start right now with me by preparing your pet's disaster kit. If something unexpected were to happen to, say, a friend or to you, and you had to go to the hospital, God forbid, this kit would be such a blessing. You need to know what your pet's needs are. I know you know them better than anyone else. So here's a list of what I think will help you customize your pet's ideal disaster kit. I like to have large stainless steel bottles of water. I like to have their favorite toy. It's okay if it's in plastic or not. I also love to have 4 weeks worth of food. Now that can be canned or it can be dry. I like a combination in a waterproof container that goes into my bucket. And also if you're gonna have that canned, make sure you include a can opener. You need to make sure they can open that food. Really important, 2 blankets or 2 towels because you're always gonna need them in a disaster. And more importantly, you want some kind of an 18-inch strap minimum. I'm using this old retired belt of mine. I prefer felt, but this helps you make a tourniquet or even a muzzle just in case your pet, or someone else is injured and you can help them quickly. I'm also a big fan of a regular muzzle just in case you need to help your pet or help another pet in a hurry. A regular leash, a regular collar, and a regular harness already fitted to your pet's size is ideal. Any kind, just tuck it into the bucket. And also paw protectors because you never know when your pet or someone else might be injured, and those paw protectors can actually help seal off the issue. Now, including a note about yourself, your contact information, your vet's contact information, your pet records, vaccination records, as well as a pet guardian, their contact information included in that envelope tucked inside. Really smart idea. And then once again, seal that up, and on the outside, you will want to put a big piece of paper that not only has your pet's picture in a way they can see it, tape that on, but also you're going to want to label it My Dog's Emergency Bucket, and also your contact information and everything on the outside. The photo definitely helps. Make sure it's sealed. Keep that airtight and watertight so it doesn't spoil. You're going to want to change that out every 6 months, and also before the disaster strikes, please designate someone as your pet guardian.
We'll be right back with more dog hugs.
Loving Pets Foundation's treats are an ideal reward when working to establish a schedule or when teaching new skills. They're small, soft, bite-sized treats. And all packages come with a free carabiner, which allows you to attach the package to your belt loop, or leash for easy access. At Loving Pets, we make solutions for better pets easier. Loving Pets, it's what we do.
Grand Basset Griffon Vendian roughly means large, low, shaggy dog of the Vendée region of France. The GBGB gained AKC breed status in 2018 while debuting at the National Dog Show. Covered with a shaggy coat atop sturdy, short legs, her sweet face is framed by long ears.
Her mustache, beard, and eyebrows suggest the look of a worldly Frenchman. The GBGB is filled with stamina and a heart of courage. Doggywana, from the makers of Meowwana. Dog toys and treats crafted with naturally calming dogginess. Check us out on TikTok.
During the pandemic, countless Americans opened their homes and hearts to give care and temporary shelter to homeless animals. This is called fostering. Fostering is a great way to try out having a pet in your home. Animal rescue organizations help your foster experience to be successful, safe, and fun. Fostering saves lives. Some people even adopt the pets they foster because, well, falling in love happens. Tether tug. This looks like something Spider is going to enjoy. Yes, Spider's going to enjoy tether tug.
Suffer from red, itchy skin or flea bites and nothing you've tried seems to help? Equus Microtech Shampoo and Spray are the finest and most cost-effective option available. Microtech Shampoo and Spray soothe on contact. Why go to the vet? Help your dog or cat with just one application at a fraction of the cost. Microtech stops scratching, biting, and licking instantly. Microtech smells great, and it's safe for use on puppies or kittens. Available online at eqyss.com. Microtech Shampoo and Spray. It's guaranteed.
And now back to the show. So, Geralynn, there's this, some people say Grand Basset, Griffon, Vendéon. Other people say Grand Basset, Griffin Van Deen.
I know, right? Tomato.
It is a tomato thing. As I was looking up the official pronunciation, and I just saw all these different ways. It depends on where you live.
It's kind of like in the South, they say y'all, and in the North, they say hey you. Really, it's about whatever Geralynn can pronounce that day. So yeah. It's all relative, and it all just works, right?
And as Geralynn said in that piece on the Grand Basset Griffon Vendéon, you can say it by the initials. G. I can't even do the initials.
GBG. Say that 5 times in a row.
Can't be done. It can't be done.
They are the sweetest dogs I've ever met. I've met so many dogs in my career and over my lifespan. And so Brielle, who was showing one of the GBGVs at the inauguration or at the National Dog Show in 2018, when it was one of the years releasing this breed as now a new AKC recognized breed. Gosh, I was surprised that the pet didn't win. We will share with you later where David Fry was discussing the breed online, and he was making bunny ears by accident behind the breed while they were announcing it.
Oh, yeah.
Because he had Buzz Lightyear is the name of the dog. So he had Buzz's collar through his thumb, and he was accidentally making bunny ears behind his head. I think you have that picture somewhere, Larry, but I don't expect
I do. Yeah. But I was looking, you probably saw me searching for something else. And I did find it because one of my favorite caricatures
is Buzz Lightyear.
is
which I don't think I knew.
Is Droopy Dog.
Oh, which he looks like Droopy. He does.
And you folks, if you're as old as I am, you might remember Droopy Dog here. So there he is. He kind of looks like a PBGB or a GBGB.
GBGB.
Grand Basset Griffon Vendéen.
Yes.
GBGV. Okay. So So
unique just like our guest today. I mean, there are not many people from Oh wait, first of all, let's go through. Do you want to talk about the giveaway? We need some people to join the giveaway.
Get in on the giveaway today. We've got some people entered already because you're going to want these Houndations treats. Look at this. Oh, there's so many that they can't even hold them all onto them all at one time. So all these different ones. And it's got the carabiner that clips right into your belt. As soon as Spider heard me do that, he's going, okay, it's time for training. Let's go from the laundry lounge over into the studio.
Nice.
You go, buddy. How about a sit? Good boy. Back. How about a down? Do you do down? Yeah, you sure do. Okay. And again, as Geralynn was mentioning, they're heart-shaped. I know you want one, of course. Wait there, buddy.
Size. Size.
And they're just so tiny, which is great because this way you're not feeding your dog a meal, but just giving a little reward.
During
yeah. And Spider will do his whole repertoire of tricks for that. All right, go ahead. Go up on.
Spider's choosy.
Yeah.
Very choosy. What I also love about them is they don't leave crumbs in your pocket. So if you say, for instance, you grab a few because you don't want to carry the convenient bag with the carabiner, they don't leave a mess. And I love that. Being a trainer, you're on the run, and sometimes you just need a couple to get a dog out the door and get them started. So it's really, to me, it's a benefit. So you will love entering and winning today.
Yes. And Kimberly says about the beautiful piece on the emergency preparedness kit. I'm going to make an emergency kit. Stuff, buddy.
Hey, Spider, hey.
We are currently working on our trust. And I just recently asked my friend who also loves beagles and dog therapy to be Darla's guardian. My husband and I passed together. My son has her in for. Wow, Kimberly, you're on it. Boom.
I hope others will do that today. Having a guardian for your pets is more important than many people realize. You just don't think something will happen, and anything can happen at any time. So it's better to just be prepared. And
Robert wants to know, is the doggy nip available to buy?
It is. Actually, you can go to doggywana.com or meowwana.com and order dog. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
You can also go to PetSmart. There are about 400 or 500 PetSmarts that have that across the country. PetSmart.com as well. So go ahead and Google it. All the ways that you can purchase will be there, but we can let you know if you need help.
Yes. So Billy Lee says, could really use those training our 3 bigger dogs not to chase. Well, we hope you win the giveaway here, Billy Lee, and because that's a good reason. But it's up to Spider to choose. We'll see how that happens later.
It'll be great to teach your dog not to chase because they'll love you. Being with you, it'll be more interesting than whatever they're chasing.
True that. All right, let's get into this. What more do you want to say about Steve Cyr before we bring him on into the studio?
He's a true Vegas icon. I'm fortunate to have been lucky enough to watch his career transpire. And being from Kansas and being from the Midwest, I really appreciate a lot of his thought process. Now, he was super tired and busy when we interviewed him, but he was so generous to still give us his time. So here is our amazing interview with Las Vegas icons and casino host, entrepreneur, marketer, Steve Cyr.
Dad was a basketball coach, and in 5th grade, he decided to retire and buy a Howard Johnson motel in Salina, Kansas. And I mean, it was awesome because my sister was in room 3. I was in room 2. My parents had room 1 when we first bought it. So I'm in like 5th grade. I had my own key and my own little hotel room. And I was the bellboy. My mom worked the front desk. And 17 years later, I mean, Village Inn Pancake House, liquor store, nightclubs. My parents really expanded it. Tony's Pizzas there in Salina, Kansas. Long story, but what my mom and dad created was amazing. And by then we had expanded, and now we had a home still on the property, okay, right behind the front desk, but with big meeting rooms. My dad started the first really like convention hotel in the Kansas area. Anyway, real success story where the goal is Steve, we're going to let you go to Las Vegas. You know, I'd never been on a plane before. And, you're going to get your hotel degree and then come back and run, you know, one of the
Howard Johnsons.
Correct. You didn't just leave the dogs. The dogs were an important part of that family. So then when my parents bought the motel and we lived in there, I got a little dog. I had a Lhasa Apso growing up, and he was wonderful, man. He was a little guard dog. You know, if you knew his name, he'd show you where the money was. But if you didn't, I mean, it was on, you know. So it was bad because when I didn't go back to Kansas and I had to make that decision at that time, Mopsy was like 12, 13. Do you want Mopsy to come out, the heat? And I knew my lifestyle. So I made that decision, no. And this will kill me. Every time I would go home, my room was downstairs at the motel. Mopsy, when I was home, so excited, he would drag his bed down the stairs because he knew then that's where he was going to sleep. And my mom would always say for about 2 or 3 nights after I'd had to fly back, he would still sit down there. One of the yeah, I know. I got him right. And so my senior year, I had accepted the Marriott training program in Omaha, Nebraska for like 22 grand. And I was about 3 weeks away from completing my degree. You know, it took 4 years and 3 summers, but I was going to make it, right? And I only got 1 A in college, and that was that internship. Because you were in dice for 2 weeks, and then you were in blackjack. It was a whole year program, both semesters. Then you were behind the front desk. Hated it. I did the night audit. I screwed it up. Then I was a valet parker. I loved it because I was getting cash. Then I was in food and beverage. Way too much stress in food and beverage, right? But I love the action of the casino. So it's about 2 weeks before I graduate, already accepted the Marriott training program, and I'm in surveillance. And back then we didn't have eye in the sky like we do today. You know, this is 85. And I'm lying on the catwalks with all the wise guys with the binoculars walking down, and there were microphones down. And a guy came up to the dice pit, bought in for like 4 or 5 grand, which was still a ton of money to me. And in about an hour, he's up about 70, 75,000. Mr. Gahn happened to come in the catwalks.
And he was your mentor.
He was my mentor and casino owner. He taught the casino class that I was in, and I asked him if I could do an internship. And so those were actually, so I got 2 A's in his class and my internship. And
so he comes up on the catwalk.
He's up on the catwalk, and I can hear this guy come over in a suit. And he's like, no bullshit. Flamingo, I'm taking you to dinner tonight. Wait till you see our suites. And that's the guy's rolling dice. And I go, Mr. Gahn, who is that? He goes, that's Kevin. I go, what's Kevin's job? Because Kevin's job is to get my 70 grand back. That's one of my casino hosts. And I looked at him and I said, I want to do what he does. 3 weeks later, I finished that semester in December. So we didn't have like the ceremony or anything. As a cash host at Caesar's Palace. He made a call, and I was the youngest in that pit by 30 years. I was 22, and the closest team was 52. If you bought in for $200, this is in 85, I was to introduce myself. Larry, I'm Steve Sear. Where are you staying at? Great. Love to buy you dinner tomorrow to get you back in tomorrow at the Bacchanal room or the Caesar's room. You know.
So in your book, Whale Hunt in the Desert, you talk about what a whale is, and you start off the book by saying that whales are rare, that really whales in the ocean, there's not many of them. You know, they're the biggest of the bigs. And here it is it goes on to talk about no one knows for certain how many of these highest rollers there are in Las Vegas. These whales, the largest table game bet currently taken in Las Vegas is $250,000.
Yeah.
But only 700 or 800 blue whales can handle that kind of action.
Yeah, I think Larry, a lot of people think I have thousands of players. I don't. I've been doing this 34 years. Right now, I have a stable of about 70 active players, and those 70 will risk on a weekend anywhere from 25,000 to 250. And then I have 9 guys, bless their heart, that'll bring 7 figures or more. And like my biggest dice player, his average roll is about 180,000 every roll of the dice. Yeah.
Holy moly.
I lose 20%. So say I have 100 people I deal with. I lose 20% of them, 20 of them every year because they're broke, they're sick of gambling, or they're sick of Steve. The third one doesn't happen often, but it happens. And it's not
No one gets sick of Steve.
So I'm constantly out there networking. I mean, it's hard because mentally I go to a party, I just want to relax, and I hear about somebody or somebody's there. And I always have a ton of business cards on me. So I'm trying to break that habit after all these years. But I love an active business. So Geralynn and I have been friends for a couple decades.
Okay.
So she was 10 years old when I met her, if we have 2 decades. But if she's played in the last year at Caesar's Palace, I can't book her. She has to be inactive for a year. So I have to hustle and get new. So that's why I love when new casinos open. I'm doing real good now at Circa. Why? Because it just opened in December. Nobody'd been there. Jump on the bus first and you get players. And then, of course, Resorts World opens up June 24th. I don't know if you're familiar with that. New 3,000 room property. We have 152,000 hotel rooms in Las Vegas. There's more hotel rooms on the Caesars corner than in all of San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah, there's 28,000 hotel rooms on that Caesars corner. You know, Caesars Flamingo's got 4,000, and that's more than in San Francisco.
So if you're going to offer, say, a life lesson to folks, or maybe you have a personal credo or a mission statement or just some professional wisdom that you might want to offer to folks in their lives.
Well,
there's something.
So here's what I've learned the hard way, and I've been fired 9 times, so I am not the role model for business. It's worked for me.
Maybe you are.
No, I don't. I worked very well when, like at Hard Rock, I could report to Peter Morton. At the Horseshoe, when I reported to the Binions. Okay, I worked real good at Circa because I report to Derek Stevens, the owner. Okay, I don't play well with the corporate world. You know, Caesars fired twice. Las Vegas Hilton, lawsuit, sued each other, lost real bad. You know, MGM never worked there. Couldn't. They're too stiff. I call them limp dicks in the book. I mean, and they are. You know, so I work real well one-on-one, probably because my father owned the motel and we did everything. You know, I can't do things by committee. I need an answer. I don't mind hearing no, but I need an answer. You know, it got to the point. I'll tell you one. You know, so anyway, so here's the lessons I've learned the hard way. And I learned it from a basketball coach. You know, I've always been pretty athletic. I still box competitively. That's a whole nother area.
I have to bring that up. Go ahead.
But so what I learned from Coach Lenny Wilkins, I was fortunate enough to be, you can't really see it here, but I was Michael Jordan, so I was still pretty cool with him. But I played in his fantasy camp several times. 80 guys. Lenny Wilkins gives this speech, and it was the first time I was in we were at halftime, but I went and grabbed a piece of paper and wrote it down. He said what he had learned the hard way is 3 things to be successful in life, business, everything. One is be patient with people. And I haven't been fired. I've been fired 9 times, but not in a long time. Not since, actually a couple years ago. But anyway, it's really hard to be patient with people, but you got to be patient with people. Okay, especially in my line of work. You know, the limo misses the guy. They're at the wrong terminal. The front desk checks somebody into a dirty room because the maid checked she cleaned it. She didn't. You know, room service takes the crystal to the wrong room. The floorman insults the player, says he doesn't have credit when he's got 100 grand in the cage. I mean, I'm watching 80 different people all the time that don't care that this guy's a $100,000 player, and I can make 7 grand right now off him if we just check him into the room on time. So,
A clean room.
I need 150 grand for things. I mean, it's constant, but I love chaos. I'm very good at that part of it with my ADD. So anyway, so be patient with people. Number 2, be consistent in decisions. And that doesn't mean you do the same thing like we've always done it. I hate when I work for someone or I hire a new team and they're like, well, we've always done it this way. Well, that doesn't mean I want to be consistently trying to make a better experience for the customer. If it's legal, ethical, and morally right, just do it. Be patient with people, be consistent in decisions. And number 3, I finally learned, help people be successful. Right? I've had bosses before, and you'll read in the book where they said, oh, well, I can't pay you that bonus. You'd make more than me. I hope my whole staff makes more than me. That means I don't have to do much. Help them be successful. Give them the tools. Don't bust their balls on everything. Give them some power. And I've also had people that said, oh, well, I don't want so-and-so to be in that area because those dealers aren't ready for that. Well, then shame on you. Have you ever been to a restaurant and the first guy comes up and he's got a trainee badge on him? The dinner's going to be terrible and he doesn't know shit about the menu. Well, I don't blame that guy. I blame his manager. Be with him, train him, help him be successful. Anyway, so that's my little creed. Those things are really, and I have it on the back of my business card sometimes and I hand it out. So it's funny that a basketball coach, but that's how he taught his players, and he's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. So, it doesn't really matter what genre you do. It's all kind of the same philosophies, for me anyway.
Dog Hugs will be right back.
Geralynn and I truly enjoy getting to know you and your dogs. Your comments bring Dog Hugs to life. Thank you for making Dog Hugs so much fun to share. If you have ideas for topics, let us know. Chances are someone else is thinking about that idea or would love to learn what you want to learn.
And now we're back with more Dog Hugs.
Steve, on Dog Hugs, we love to shout out a shelter. And I know that you have a particular shelter located in Las Vegas that you'd love to give a shout out to today.
Yeah, I worked with a lady, I think recently retired, but real successful. She was real high up in station casinos. Her name is Stacy Colombo. And she started, this would have been, I think, in the 90s. It's called Noah's Animal Shelter. They have a website, I think it's noahsanimals.com. And it's kind of a different twist, you guys. It is a shelter you would think to house animals, but only women who are in abusive relationships, and they had to get out of their living environment, the house, the apartment, whatever, but their pets were still there. Could be a dog, could be a cat, could be a bird. I mean, they're not just, dogs only. Majority dogs, obviously. And it's a place where it's fully funded through donations that Stacy raises, and a beautiful facility, by the way. And then the lady every day can go there, and they have like lounge areas where she can be with her pet. Again, they have a vet 24 hours a day there. And these aren't like a dog pound cage. I mean, this is like a doggy motel, Ritz-Carlton, and you can go there and hang out. And again, I'm sure a lot of it's therapy, but not have to worry about the safety of your animal, because unfortunately it's with someone that you're afraid might harm that animal. So, I was down there once. I was like, man, this is better than the woman's shelter. I mean, Shade Tree, and it's by Shade Tree, which is also where, unfortunately, we have battered women, but they can stay at Shade Tree. But what do you do with the dog or the cat? So, yeah, so Noah's Animal Shelter, great cause, great lady. And, it's funded by donations, but I mean, and she's done an amazing job the last 20 years. It's still thriving. Last time I was there, they've expanded. So, yeah, Stacy Colombo, big shout out.
And Steve, Dog Hugs is wrapped in gratitude. Is there somebody in your life or in the world who you'd love to give a personal shout out, some gratitude to?
My daughter, Savannah. has lived with me over COVID. Yeah, Geralynn probably remembers when she was born. She's 24 now, and works for advertising agency here, doing great. She'll be on Monday Night Football on the field. She also has a side gig with Fox Sports when she was at University of Oregon. Then she left and was on CBS as a TV reporter. So yeah, my daughter's been wonderful. And because of COVID, we lived together for a year and a half, and I waited a long time to live with her, other than every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Your Honor. So it's pretty cool.
I love Savannah. That was a great shout out, Steve.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We thank you for joining us today. This has been a wonderful.
This was fun. There we go. Now I pushed the right button. Can't get enough of Steve there.
It's tough to end that interview because that interview actually went on a lot longer than we expected. But let's see who's in and we'll talk more about that later. Who's in our giveaway?
It looks like we have 7. Is that right, Charlie? 7 indeed. So that means that we are going to put tennis balls number 1 through 7 into our wheel-orama. Each one of yours is marked with your number on it.
Nice. And we will love your foundation.
We hope to each get a little bit of Steve Sear luck. We'll spin the wheel-orama on delicate cycle.
Perfect. Oh, I love that delicate cycle. That's so nice.
and that is your chance to win the Foundations treats. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4 different flavors, but count them, 5 different flavors, all with their color-coded carabiner. And they are, you can see spiders going kind of crazy right now.
They're convenient and they're clean. So let's choose, shall we? I think.
Yeah, 1 second. I just want to see if there's any comments we missed here. Nikos is enjoying the AC today. That's very sweet.
Yay.
Yeah, we've got a hello from Pat. She's been a winner. And Kate says she needs to get her prize. I will look into that for you, Kay. That might be my fault. I'll make sure that happens. And all right. So we hope all of you win. Hope I'm in. I keep losing you. Well, your name's in. Let's see what happens. And a hi from Sarah Smith from Saginaw. Hi. All right, here we go. It's time to draw. Come on, there you go, buddy. Sit down. Right here.
And then there's our spider there.
Good job. Wait.
So beautiful.
Okay, get a lucky number.
Proud of him, guys. He doesn't bark anymore. He's little.
Yep. And good boy. It's number 1. He drew number 1. And if number 1, you are, congratulations. Let's find out who number 1 is. And it's Billy Lee. Congratulations, Billy Lee. You are going to get the Foundation's Loving Pets.
All 5
prize package. Fantastic. So happy for you.
Congratulations.
And, yeah. And Mo says you're awesome, Spider. You hear that, buddy? You are awesome.
Spider is awesome. Thanks, Mo. Thanks for joining us.
Let's give a personal shout out today. Where are we going with this one?
It's obvious to me, and I'm going to share this with the rest of the world. Vegas is back open, and this actually is a very lovely place. And I'm so grateful for Steve Sear and for everyone else that works there, entertains, or all the hospitality group, every part of Las Vegas, but also the people that join in and visit, like myself now that visits there and partakes in the shows and the fun. I'm just grateful for everyone in Las Vegas and grateful for Vegas being back open.
That is really great. Yeah, they've been unemployed for a long time, and now we've had a number of them on the show. Your friends,
yes,
and we are so grateful. Hey, Billy Lee, congratulations, and hello to Marcella the Frenchie and her posse.
Oh, so sweet,
folks. To all of you, we are grateful
for you.